Hey everybody, welcome to Diva Dads episode 4.
Yeah, that.
I'm Dana Martin.
I'm Rodney Bettis.
I'm Mike Kilgore.
Can they hear us out there? Oh, we had one viewer and they left.
Oh, it was because Mike's picture came on the screen.
Yep,
You
Mike,
know.
that guy. Well, we were waiting for you for a little bit, Mike. So you had the adventure though, correct?
The adventure.
Getting here, you had the adventure getting
Yeah,
here.
I did. I was en route to get snacks real quick at Kroger's, and I did text the group, and one of the divas here, I will not mention Rodney's name, wanted pizza rolls, and so I did order them.
We're at this camera now.
Oh, I did order them before we left, but the guy didn't make them, so I had to wait.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's ridiculous.
No, they were fantastic though. Thank you. I was joking when I said that halfway, and then when you said okay, Rodney was like,
Okay, what are we going to ask for next?
"Yes, what's next?"
Totally joking. I didn't mind.
It's all
Sorry, viewers.
Yeah.
But of course, you were the one that was going to be late, right?
Diva burn.
We said 7, but
That's all right. We put this up today really quick, so I hope you all enjoy the show on your own time. But we have a full show for you guys today. We're going to start with a recap of the holiday at TTC. There was quite a few things that went on. We finished up Titanic beginning of December, and then there were some other things that were going on. Would you guys like to fill us in there?
yeah, we had Who's Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Rousing success. We actually had it at the theater in the outer lobby, which is kind of a new thing that we've started doing. We had, and I guess we could throw Uncle Eb into the holiday thing as well. So we
Uncle
had,
Eb.
We had 2 productions that were held out in the outer lobby, and sorry, I inhaled some of that drink.
That's okay.
But yeah, it was. I thought they were both really nice. It's an interesting way to watch a show and an interesting way to use some more space there. So
The question is, which you may or may not know, Rodney, is are we keeping the stage up front?
Yes. Yeah. For it. It helps with a couple of different things. One, it gives us a place to have smaller productions, and it also allows us to free up some space in some of our storage because we can keep it kind of set. We can keep the set dressed a little bit. So so that way we can actually have furniture and stuff out there that's not clogging up the graveyard.
Right.
So yeah, the stage is staying for the foreseeable future.
Nice.
So I don't know when the next production that's going to happen on that is. I heard some rumblings about some kind of Shakespeare production with maybe the Meridian Theater, but I don't know if that's been solidified yet. So
That's cool.
yeah.
So we also had preview, which I hope that whoever's watching this got to watch us kind of broadcast and have some fun with that too. Mike, you had a big part in that. You want to kind of go through that for us?
Yeah, so preview is great. I think this year a lot of we've noticed a dynamic of like post-pandemic that you have a lot of your season subscribers, ticket holders, and like underwriters not physically come to preview anymore. My understanding, and I mean, I just came a couple years before you guys showed up, was that it was a big to-do thing, and that was like the entire like budget for the year. But like spending habits change over time, or people's way they consume entertainment changes. So it was different dynamic. We had a lot less people, but we had a really good supporting of underwriters. Underwriting wise, I think we were 8 underwriters out of 12. So we're still in search of 4, but I think it was very successful.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun too. Getting to see what maybe or maybe is not, and what's talked about and what's talked about not. So is there anything that is now solid and in the books that we're ready to do that we weren't before?
Yes. At preview party, we had 3 shows that were in limbo, and now we're down to just 1 show in limbo. So I know that
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. So we have solidified Oklahoma as what was billed as the TTC Classic show. So that's now going to be Roger and Hammerstein's Oklahoma. And then we solidified SpongeBob SquarePants. That is also going to happen.
Hello, Patrick.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like he's trying to telegraph the role that he wants.
He's auditioning.
SpongeBob. That's the one. That's the money one right there.
So have y'all seen or like even listened to any of the SpongeBob SquarePants like the musical? I haven't. Is it?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
I didn't know if it was-
I've heard like the lineup of people that wrote songs for the show, and it seems I would not have expected SpongeBob SquarePants to be like a rock and roll musical, but that apparently is what it's going to be. So
Interesting.
That's cool.
yeah.
Very cool.
We
I
have
feel
a
like I'm.
Diva dog.
I feel like I'm driving this interview. Like I'm interviewing you all, but so with that we have a new slate of shows, and the first one coming up is Peter and the Starcatcher, and it opens this weekend.
This next weekend. Yeah.
Starting on Thursday, the what?
Whatever Thursday is.
So that would be
Oh
the
my goodness!
14th, wouldn't it be? Yeah. I think
I'm gonna
it's
look
the
that up.
14th. No.
It can't be the 14th
No,
because
the
today's the 15th.
That's right. It's the
It's the
19th.
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 The 19th.
19th, and it runs how many weekends?
It only
one.
runs one,
Just the one
through
weekend.
the 22nd. Yep.
So I think there may be 5 chances to see it.
5 chances total. Yeah, because there's 2 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Well, someone else say something. I'm
That show is going to be really interesting because it's an off-menu show. It's going to be in the main theater, but all the seating is on the stage. Yeah.
Do you want to give just a high-level overview of the show that others may not know,
Would
like myself?
this technically be an RPB?
This might be an RPB, but I
Uh-oh.
don't have an RPB.
That's okay, but yeah, we put an RPB in.
No, I don't have the music.
He's
queued
gonna
up.
take the RPB.
I don't know what RPB.
Roger Pine breakdown.
Oh. I was like,
Rodney's
I'm
going with the
confused.
Roger Pine breakdown.
I'm confused. It's been too long since we've done the show. I don't remember all of our acronyms. So honestly, I don't know a whole lot about it other than it's the classic characters that you would find in Peter Pan. Okay. But it seems to predate like Wendy. It seems to predate the Darlings, if I'm not mistaken. Like this is what happens when Peter first becomes one of the Lost Boys or whatever. It all happens in an attic, but you see either the beginnings of some of the characters that you know from Peter Pan, but they may not actually be those characters yet. So. But that's about all I know. Like I've purposely stayed away so that I could, that's one thing that I've missed a little bit about being in productions is that sense of like walking into a show and everything being new and, like discovering it for the first time. And so I've been trying to do that more with the shows that I don't have anything to do with, but there are just a few.
There's something about that too. I did that with whatever the one you were in. Tyler, Brittany was the queen. You were the king.
Oh yeah, the Head Over Heels.
Head Over Heels. I didn't. I just walked in, and it was very pleasant, like surprise, and well done.
Thank
Rodney.
you. Thank you.
Very well.
Well, we do have another show coming up after that. That's already been cast. They started rehearsals, and that is A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder.
Yes.
I don't know anything about that either. Who does?
I don't know a whole lot other than the fact of a character which is played by Roger.
Yeah, Roger Pine.
Has
Friend of
multiple
the show.
characters and quick changes. Something about this guy kills off a wealthy family slowly, scene by scene. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Yeah, I actually learned. I'm actually working backstage. Did y'all know that I'm the assistant stage manager? For
Shut
this
your
show?
pipe hole. Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Diva point.
That's not a point. Like seriously, I think.
That's a point for Vivian.
Seriously, yeah. Vivian is my boss.
She gets to boss you
She gets to
around.
boss me around.
Viv.
I think other than just like a stage hand, and please, no disrespect for any of the assistant stage managers that we've ever had because you're invaluable, but like literally low man on the totem pole. Like Rodney, go get this. Rodney, go do the production report. Do whatever. So it's just like low man. And but so I do know a little bit more about the show because I've seen some of the rehearsals. But yes, Roger plays the Dysquith family. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Jennifer Hargis will correct me. She's our vocal coach.
Oh, fantastic.
As usual. But the Dysquith family is played almost exclusively by Roger. And so and then the protagonist, I guess, is named Monty. And he's in line for this inheritance. But he's like 8th in line. He's not really willing to wait for his time to come, and so he starts killing off family members.
Okay, that actually sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, and there's some love triangles involved, and Monty tries to juggle a couple of women at the same time. That he gets from apparently some of the family members that he offs, which is also kind of funny, terrible. But whenever I first went to music rehearsal, and I even told this to Roger or Adrian or whatever, I was like, when I first went to musical rehearsal, I was like, oh no, this is one of those shows with the like. I keep saying like fancy singing, but it's more like just like your traditional musical theater. Like whenever you were to think like
Titanic-y.
Yeah, Titanic-y, but maybe takes itself a little too seriously.
Gotcha.
Kind of thing. And but then that's what I've learned since then is that's part of the joke. So it's supposed to come across as one of those classic musicals, but it's actually ridiculous and silly.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's the next thing. That's what we're working on right now. So.
Well, that's cool. There are, though, I believe, some opportunities for underwriting still available.
Yeah, I think actually Freaky Friday, there's still a spot or two available. Goodness gracious, I'd have to go back and look. And I think maybe SpongeBob needs another one as well. But yeah, there's 4 total left. And then there's a couple off-menu shows because this year, Adrian is actually doing a lot more off-the-menu shows, which is cool. But yeah, there's tons of stuff. I know that we have some people who are kind of on the fence, but of course, sales pitch if you're out there in Cyberland and you want to underwrite, please contact us here at the theater. Contact one of us Diva Dads. We'll get you. We'll get you the people who know the bit.
That's right. We'll
Contact Mike.
Yeah, we'll just pass you the mic.
just cut out the middleman. Well, to save some confusion, guys, I've been going through changing the cameras so you know where to look. They'll light up now when they're on, and not just always. So, like right now, that one, and then you'll go to the, look now, that one's on and that one's off. And then for us, this one's always on. Don't worry about it. No. It's broken. Oh, no, there it is.
Okay, look up.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Look down there.
That one's great because it's like there's lots of interference.
Okay, wait. Question. I see 2 cameras.
You see 2 cameras.
Where's the third one?
In my laptop. It's the webcam, right?
Oh, it's in your laptop. Got you. That one doesn't get me.
No.
Okay,
but this one doesn't get me.
Got it. Okay.
So that we can, but Rodney's in all of them, of course.
Yep. I choose the middle seat on purpose.
There you go. So, yeah, this is a new little setting for us. I'm actually wanted to do it outside, like we've traditionally done here at the Martin Casa. And it was just a bit windy, and I didn't think I wanted to sit out there and get destroyed by the wind and or allergens blowing about.
Yeah.
So
and it's a little chilly.
Yeah,
like it would be a little chilly.
That's true. We are all wearing pants. I think the camera can show that, so that's keeping us nice and toasty. Oh my goodness. Okay, what else? Theater-wise, what else do we got going on? Anything? Oh, Rodney, you were telling me about a pretty kick-awesome project you just completed.
Yes. So
near and dear to my heart, the old graveyard.
Yeah, one of the things that has been interesting about this season is with all the off-season or the off-the-menu program shows and our regular shows, there's quite a bit of overlap of shows. Like Peter and the Starcatcher has been in rehearsals since the end of the year. And they open on Thursday, and then Gentleman's Guide. The auditions were, I don't know, a week or two ago, something like that. And so it's not unusual for a show to maybe do some music rehearsals or whatever, but we're probably about 2 weeks in to Gentleman's Guide. And so we've had a work day, which was yesterday. But we can't get on the stage because Peter, the Starcatcher's happening on stage. And so it's like, well, what do we do set-wise with, because we actually are kind of, this is one of those builder-rich productions where there's lots of builders. And so we've got a lot of talented people that can sling some tools and some wood around. And so it's like, well, what are we going to do with that, like, first work day when we can't really build anything? And one of the problems that we've had is the graveyard in the theater, which, for those of you who may not know, the graveyard is where we keep all of the set pieces and furniture and stuff that we use time and time again in shows. And it gets, Dana knows this.
Time and time again, huh?
It gets ridiculous. And yes, time and time again. And then there's some pieces that we just move, right, from place to place.
So sidebar, I got to tell this story.
Okay.
So hold on, we got to put the camera where Dana can talk into the. Okay, guys. Yeah, okay, so Titanic. I was in Titanic, and we had a work day. Mike was too. It was brilliant, and Rodney was there, and we were doing some work in the graveyard, moving some stuff around. Had just been shifted around, whatnot. And we moved the big spiral staircase. It's the bane of my existence. I hate that thing because it takes up so much space. It's terrible. So we had pulled it out, or we're in the process of pulling them out to do some organizing. And Rodney says, I don't know, I'll just cut it. I said, we're just going to get rid of them? He said, yeah. I said, well, I'm not going to say you should cut it. Like, you, Adrian, like... I'm just going to, okay. So then he told someone else to go cut it. So
I told somebody else to, like, take it, like, just take it apart. Just take it
that other person went and put the chainsaw to it, cut it in half, one of the 4 big, huge staircase pieces. And then at that point, Ronica Case says, whoa, what are you doing? We are not destroying these. And I said, well, it was him. And that guy, I won't get him in trouble, looked over and said, no, it was Rodney. Where's Rodney? And Rodney was nowhere to be found.
Well, you know.
Okay.
Whenever you got to get rid of a body, it's better to have somebody else get rid of the body.
Oh, I was totally on board with the killing that body, too.
Man, okay,
It felt good to watch it getting sliced in half.
I know. And
Sorry.
I thought we had gotten to that point in the graveyard in general because one of the things that I built was the little oaken cart. You remember the oaken cart? We have used that oaken cart in just about every production since I built it. Like, it was the oaken cart for Frozen 2.
It was my cart in Oz.
It was your cart in Oz. It was a dumpster for the Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been all kinds of stuff, and I can't remember what show was happening, but it was Strike, and they always put me on the stage to take down the set. And for some reason, I was walking through the outer lobby, and I saw my oaken cart in pieces, and I was like, what are you doing? And I was like, does Adrian know? Because Adrian uses this set piece, and she's used it in practically every show since I built it. And they were like, she's the one who told us to do it.
No.
Like, are you like Adrian, like the one with like the blue or purple hair, like that one? And they were like, yes. And I was like, oh, hold on. And so I went to go find her, and I was like, did you tell him to take apart the oaken cart? She's like, yeah. And I was like, that's it. And I was like, okay, so we're taking stuff apart. And so I figured that, oh, yeah, I could take apart these stupid stairs.
That's what prefaced that? Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, I can take apart these stupid stairs that take up tons of space and that we only use, like, we've used them for It Should Have Been You. Since I've been at the theater, we've used them for It Should Have Been You. So one show out of 4 years, and they take up so much room, and I hate them.
I hear you.
And right now they're just in the middle of the floor, like they're literally in the middle of the graveyard, because whenever they pulled them out for whatever that was. Now there's all kinds of stuff that's filled that spot, backfilled that spot.
Oh yeah. So the space where they should go is no longer available.
Yeah, there's no longer space there.
Because when we pulled them out, we assumed what?
That we were going to take them apart.
Thank you.
Salvage whatever wood we could and throw the rest in the bin. That's where my Oaken cart went.
I can't believe that cart got taken apart.
I know. How many times have you moved that?
But
thing
the
around?
stairs.
But the stairs, they stay.
So the moral of this story is revenge is best served.
So Rodney got his because he's like, you know what? I'll show you. I'll cut one of your stairs. And well, I won't cut it. I'll send someone to do my dirty work.
Give it to somebody else. I don't know. Why were they even out? Were we trying to make space for something else?
We were having to get to something,
Oh, and they were in the way.
and they were way in the way. So we pulled them all out, and it was like you had said, get rid of them, and I was like, awesome.
And now half of them live in the lobby probably forever. Because they put them there for the pictures.
So this is really unfair. Adrian is
not
not here to defend herself as the real diva behind the Diva Dads, and she's at theater right now. I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think she's getting a preview of Peter.
Peter.
Sarkis.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she wanted it for tomorrow night, and we're like, no. I don't want to have to. I got to work tomorrow, but I don't want to have to do this on a Monday night. So
Yeah.
do
I don't
this
know
like,
tomorrow.
Mike. Thank you. This was very good.
Yeah, this is really
It's
good.
St. Arnold Tarnation. Tarnation.
Getting ready for Oklahoma. We're
So-
going to drink some Tarnation.
St. Arnold, if you're watching,
And you're
Good
close
stuff.
enough. You're in our market. You could theoretically sponsor Diva.
and just so you know, Topo Chico has not written back, but St. Arnold,
St. Arnold, this is your
you
opportunity.
could be ours, just ours.
That's right.
Because right now we've had 3 total views, 2 views now, and then because no one's watching right
But
now.
there's one like.
There is
Speaking of-
one like. That's
speaking of-
nice of our fans to jump in just to buff
to
our
like,
stats
just
a little
to like
bit.
it, and then
Yeah.
no, I don't got time for
Speaking
this.
of Tarnation, where in the Tarnation is my my next beer?
I don't know who you expect to get up and get it,
Well,
but they're in the refrigerator.
Hey, well, flip the camera on you guys because I gotta blow my nose anyway, so I can
Wow.
re-beer us.
Get me one. That's not empty, but I'll take another one.
I'm still in my Rita, dude. No, dude, I've had a beer, I've had whiskey, I've had a Rita.
Yeah, we got to try the new whiskey, Mike.
Ooh, let's see if we can get a sponsorship from them.
the
too.
whiskey
Hold on
that
one
I got Dana. Oh, dang, that was when was that? Spring break. So yeah, we as now this is a solo show, kind of my dream coming true. Everybody else is going to get me something to drink, but I took a trip with my family and friends of the family who are so close that they basically our family. We went to Tennessee, went to Dollywood. And one of the things that they have in that part of Tennessee are all these whiskey distilleries, because right now the world of moonshine is a huge thing. Like, so there's all these different moonshine distilleries in the Tennessee area. Of course, Tennessee's known for whiskey. Bourbon's in Kentucky, but they make bourbon in Tennessee as well. It used to be. Did you know? Fun fact that you used to not be able to call a whiskey a bourbon unless it was from Kentucky. Yeah,
I did not know.
but they've changed that recently. I don't really know what makes the difference other than it makes it delicious. I think I'm just drilling this thing deeper into your table. Sorry. I know it's plastic, but still, it's just drilling in. But yeah, so I stopped at this distillery and got this very nice little set. I think didn't it come with tumblers and stuff too?
It came with a sniffer
Oh,
shot
yeah.
glass.
A little shot glass. Oh, Mike got the fancy
Oh my God.
fancy cup. He got a coffee cup.
Oh my
It's like, but it was. Did I get that for your birthday?
yeah.
Yeah, birthday. Yeah. So,
Almost a year.
So yeah, I picked. Yeah, it's been almost a year since I got it for him, and this is the first time.
Oh, you got a glass. That's fine.
This is the first time that all three of us have been together in a spot where we could, all sample this Cyclone Jim whiskey. And Dana and I already cracked it earlier, but it's really it's fine. It's fine sipping whiskey.
Do you like a skosh, sir?
Just a skosh.
Just a little.
try
It's
it.
pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's a little.
Thank you, Rodney.
It's a little hot, wouldn't you say?
It's got a little pepper at the
Yeah,
end.
it's a little pepper.
Yeah, a little pepper at the end.
So I would suggest drinking it on ice, but but you can drink it neat.
Oh,
It's
hold
just gonna
on,
burn a
man.
little
That was gold, and everybody missed it. I wish we could recreate that. So,
I can recreate
so let me set the stage. You can put it on ice, Mike, without Rodney looking. Okay, let me get that for you, sir.
Just a scooch.
You can drink it neat if you want.
Take a snap and pass it. It's so good.
All right.
I'm not gonna put my nose in your whiskey.
I put my nose in his whiskey. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, we were finally gonna be able to get that, and it was good. So yeah, it was straight Tennessee bourbon whiskey.
We have a viewer. Sorry, Andy Wynn just said he wishes he was imbibing with us. Hello,
Speaking of which, we
Andy.
need Mr.
Yeah,
Wynn here.
We should have him on the
we should
show.
have-
He had a really good suggestion at one of the parties we had, and it was a Diva Dads deal. I have no. Oh, it was the night of when you played Santa Claus and
Who? What are you talking about?
Andy Wynn. We were talking about something.
What?
Oh
Me
my
playing Santa
God,
Claus? I
he
don't know what you're
just-
talking about.
He killing me, dude.
Oh, what were we talking about? Shirts. The
that
shirt sales.
show that
Where
y'all
we
did
went
with Santa
to and
Claus.
Santa was there.
Santa was there.
That
I didn't get.
show,
I wasn't
yes.
there. Santa was there. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I
you're
know.
talking about.
You were serving
Oh.
drinks, but Santa was.
No, Mike, stop.
I just.
Just drink
I
your whiskey.
can't. I can't.
Anyway, Andy Wynn at that event that I wasn't at, but Santa was there. A very good-looking Santa, by the way. I've seen pictures, and that is a handsome Santa.
Oh my goodness.
Very handsome. And fair singing voice as well. But anyway, during that time, Andy Wynn said we should...
It was a business idea to raise money for Diva Dads, and I think it had
Ooh.
to do with like T-shirt sales or something like that. I don't know.
Well, if he's still watching, it says that he might still be.
Andy.
Eighth wall pit punchers. What? Eighth
wall.
wall. I don't know what that means because.
That's like a double fourth wall punch.
Oh. Oh.
Breaking the eighth wall.
Andy coming in. I gotta say, I didn't get to know Andy much before Descendants, and what a pretty cool dude.
He's awesome.
I love that
He's
guy.
awesome. I got to be...
Don't let him know or Karen because I
Yeah.
don't want him to get a big head. But
Exactly.
he's pretty cool guy.
But, if Karen wants to dump him on us, I'm okay with that.
Yes,
Dude,
he's-
look, you see how wide angle? Look,
Yeah, we could
if
just add a
scooch down
seat.
like right here, like
Yeah.
boom, right there. Look,
Just add a seat.
Andy Wynn.
Andy Wynn seat.
Hey, get in your car and come on down right now. We could wheel something up for you.
Exactly. We'd have to do some gymnastics with my microphone setup.
I got to tell a quick story though. So Andy does insurance just like I do, and that night where Santa Claus was there and all three of us were there as well. Andy and I were talking about insurance, and we were like in our realm and serious. And Dana just comes up to me, which I don't know if this is good or not. But he's just like, "Wow, man, this is really good to see you in your element." Because I'm always a jokester and like joking around, and pretty much just like I'm not mature and serious ever. And like him and I were actually having a serious like insurance conversation, bouncing off like insurance mumbo jumbo. And Dana was like, "Man, this is really good to see you in this element." Just made me feel good.
Good to know that you can.
Are you
put on
gonna
your
tell
professional
the
pants.
next part of that conversation?
No, you finish it.
Okay, where I asked Andy Wynn if he runs the same scam that Mike runs, where he tells you to take an alternate route while riding with you, and you destroy the underbelly of your car with an armadillo on a back road between Huntsville and Bryan College Station. And
doesn't
Andy
let
Wynn's
things go,
response
does he?
was, "Oh yeah, we all do that."
Good job, Andy.
We all do. Absolutely.
Wow, this is the first shout out for Andy Wynn on a Diva Dads show.
Yeah, and a long one. Like
Yeah.
we don't usually give that much
No,
love to people.
no.
Yeah.
So we love you, Andy.
Yeah, it was fun.
Moving on though.
Any shows you guys looking? Oh, he gave a smiley face. Any shows you guys looking at potentially auditioning for the next season?
What do you think, Michael?
Well, I definitely Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think so.
Yeah, I think you will probably see the Diva Dads on that. Well, I can't speak for the director. Did you know we're getting a new director for Rocky?
Yes, we are.
Did you know we're getting a new director for Rocky? Tyler Lee Lewis.
Oh my goodness.
Going to be directing Rocky. I don't know if that means whether or not they're going to reprise their role as Frankenfurter. I think probably not. I think it's about time for Bran Kemp to put on the girder. No, the girdle.
The girdle. The bustier.
The bustier.
So I will say, if you had an opportunity to watch the drive-in Rocky that we did during COVID, of course we were all there,
Yep.
you would have gotten a glimpse of one Bran as Frankenfurter, which was absolutely phenomenal.
I got to mix with that Frankenfurter as
Oh,
Rocky.
yes, you did. Oh, yeah.
Well, I
It was
think
Rocky.
even pre-pandemic wasn't Bran supposed to?
I think he was supposed to.
Yeah, he was supposed to.
I think if we would have done that show as like a straight up legitimate Rocky Horror Picture show, that he would probably have been Dr. Frankenfurter.
I've done, which of course, Dana, you Eddie and Dr. Scott. We remember the fiasco with the vroom vroom. The narrator. I've been the narrator, and I've been Eddie, Dr. Scott. And I don't really think I'm like right for another role. Other than the dancing part, which that's something I'm not as good as you guys are at, but like I think it might be cool to be like an ensemble member this year with.
I think
Rocky.
I'm shooting to be a Phantom again. It's a lot of work. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It was very exhausting.
It's exhausting, but it's. I think it would be. I think Tyler would relish being able to beat the crap out of the Diva Dads in choreography. I think they would really enjoy that.
I don't know though. No other shows. I think something this year I'm doing. I got a keyboard and a guitar, and so I think what I'm trying to do this year is I'm going through trying to like learn notes on the keyboard that can help me learn music when I see it. Because now I can look at a score and I don't know what the note is, like a G or an A or this and that, but I know like, oh, sing this, sing that, and so I'm learning that way.
Yeah.
But I'd like to be able to put that to music. So I think this year I may focus more on that side of things.
Are you doing? Because I know you've done School of Rock before. Are you gonna do any more School of Rock stuff?
I think the adult band. I don't know if I'll do lessons there. Colton, the guy who was teaching me, he moved away,
Okay.
and so I don't know if I'll do lessons there. It does. School of Rock is amazing, and so if you have the means and the kiddos to do it, do it. And of course, Brand and a lot of TTC people teach there. So I think adult band, yes, but I don't. I think I'm just gonna kind of like meander at the piano and the guitar kind of at the house and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Kind of figure it out on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got a couple of shows in Houston I auditioned for, and I'm waiting to hear back from. So I've had some good traction there. I got called back on one in Houston. It wasn't a paid gig, but it was like a stipend gig, but I couldn't do it. It didn't fit with my schedule, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know much. Like we were talking about, I don't know. This sounds bad. I don't know a lot about Cabaret or Oklahoma. I don't know those shows. I kind of like you guys just look at them as they come up. So
I'm wondering if I don't know how much interest there would be from anyone outside of us three, but to watch them like Mystery Science Theater, and we're all we're just capturing our reaction real time.
Yeah.
Might be fun.
Yeah, it might
I don't
be
know.
fun.
Might watch Cabaret or something like.
I think there's.
What?
on a sappy note, I would like to do another show with you guys though.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, Mike. Well, I mean, you know how to do it. You're gonna have to like lift your band on TTC shows.
Yeah.
Wait, no. We were just in a show together. You weren't in.
I
that
weren't.
show.
I wasn't in it, but y'all know I can't do holiday shows.
Okay, but I was in back-to-back shows, and you weren't in any of those.
That's
shows.
true. But my daughter was in one of them. So.
Oh, your daughter. God bless it. That girl, fan freaking tastic. Oh,
Yeah.
When her and
Emily.
did that and was like that. Oh my God! Oh, so amazing. That those kids, all those teens that we've watched, grow up on the Diva Dads show. Like those TTC teens are like little adults that just slant. Like they just get in on stage and just own it.
Yeah.
Like I felt I was like a tiny piece of that show. But they made me feel like I was a
That you were
tiny
part of
piece
it.
of the show because they're so large, they're so big. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Of course, you guys are always like Mamma Mia or whatever. Always did good. You guys had some really good roles this year, like with the King in Head Over Heels was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not surprising that you did great, but you did like really good.
Thank you.
Then Dana, like the captain.
The captain of Titanic was great.
Like,
Thanks,
And
man.
Literally,
That was real good.
that's like one of the best dress shows I've seen. Like, I loved y'all's costumes, and your costume was legit. Like, I was like, dude, he looks like an actual captain.
Okay, I am not a vain individual, but I will tell you, I felt, Maverick had come out not too long before that. So I'm in that white, and I was just like, right, yeah, this is, Luis Cotis, man, that guy made me look fantastic. Wasn't me, it was Luis making me look fantastic.
Yeah.
I saw
but
some
thank
on
you.
Facebook. Luis is in a movie.
Yeah, I
or
saw that
something.
too. Yeah,
like
he's in a movie. I don't know anything about it. I just saw the post, and I didn't have time to read
I
through
wonder,
it. But
I wonder what a show with Luis.
Godfather, like
yeah,
yeah,
it kind of looked like a gangster pick or something.
What would the Diva Dads show with Luis be like?
Oh my goodness.
Out of control.
it would be out of control.
100%.
that'd be cool. I was in a show with Luis in Sweeney Todd,
Yeah.
and he played. Oh gosh, what's it? Is it Bumble or not Bumble?
Oh yeah, the guy who hangs out with the governor
Mr.
or
Bumble, I think.
the judge or whatever.
Yeah. And he did a good job.
Yeah.
He really good job. And he's got a great voice. He sings for a Christian church here in town.
Yeah.
I want to say, is it the church out on 30? That big one? Grace or something? Or
Sure. I don't
whatever it is. He sings like in a church. Yeah, he's got a great voice. I don't know why. He needs to come back for sure.
know. Yep. Dana, what shows you interested in auditioning for?
I'm thinking potentially Rocky, of course. I don't know what I'd do. I've only done Phantom and whatever
Eddie,
Scott,
Dr.
Dr. Scott and Eddie. But I would like an opportunity, perhaps, Tyler, to like kind of fix my error from before and as Eddie and
Reprise.
yes, thank you. But if not, I mean, just being a part of that show, it's just so fun.
Narrator? What about narrator?
I'd love to be narrator.
That'd be cool.
So wait,
I think
I hear it's a little breezy though.
Hey, at least I remembered my boxers every night, Roger Pine.
Roger Pine. Oh, poor Roger. That one for sure. I think maybe Cabaret, and then Freaky Friday I have a little bit of interest in. But see, this is the problem. Like last year I said I wasn't going to do anything but maybe Titanic.
Yeah.
And then I ended up doing Oz. And then I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to do anything but, hey, we're like really needing a bunch of dudes for Descendants. Okay, I'll just go and crap. Now I'm a part of the show. And then so I did like 3 out of the 6 shows last season. So the goal is only to potentially do 1, maybe 2, but who knows what'll happen.
And I think with Titanic, we got a good influx of. I mean, I know they're a little bit younger, but a good influx of like gentlemen.
Yeah.
100%.
And
Amazing.
And we'll see some of them again. Michael is playing the lead role of Monty. Jackson, is that his name?
Yes, Jackson.
Jackson's in it. I have not seen him in rehearsal yet. I think he's got something else going on right now, but he's in it. And I'm trying to think if there's another. Not a male, but Lily is
yes.
is in it as well. So, and I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody from the Titanic list, but it's good to see because Titanic did have a lot of new faces and very talented faces.
It was such a big show. The expectations of us for timing and for, Mike, I love you. You know this. And Ronnie, you know I love you too. But if there's one thing like I can't stand, it's if I can't know where my line is, and that's on me. But I need you guys to do your line right so I know what I'm supposed to say. But
know this.
but then I screw up. And don't do it for everyone else. But I like the last dress rehearsal, or second last, I don't know, one of those, you weren't there. But anyways, Mike's walking through and he's supposed to say, "Morning, Captain," and he was like, "The morning, Captain," which was totally not on the beat or anything. Like, I was like, Murda. I had no idea what I was doing. And Cynthia,
Cynthia's great to have on
Dude,
stage whenever things go wrong.
Can we
because
just say
she can like pick the ball up and
that
run with
she played Ismay, who was the owner of the White Star Line, and phenomenal. Like, she
did a great
owned
job.
that role. And there were moments where David Case, who played the builder, Thomas Andrews, who was fantastic too. Like, we had some moments where we had to really be in each other's face, and just so wonderful to work with both of them. They were amazing, man.
Yes.
They make other people better,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah.
Good to see Charles back.
Yeah.
Charles,
TTC member.
I saw he
in Gentleman's Guide.
Gentleman's
He's in
Guide.
Gentleman's
Yeah,
Guide, yeah,
Charles.
so-
Charles was Murdoch. He
Yeah.
did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
It's good to see things come around.
Yeah.
full circle.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. What else do we have going on? Because I felt like I was driving the majority of this with questions. It's y'all's turn.
I mean, a lot of times on Diva Dads we do like Broadway news going on. I don't know too much.
I know that if Dobson were here, she would talk about the new Sweeney poster because she's posted about it and told me twice.
It's supposed to be.
It looks really cool. I told her, I said, you know what? I don't really get excited about things that I have no chance of seeing, because there's like zero chance that I'm going to be making it to New York to see, this iteration of Sweeney Todd. It may go on tour and maybe I'll get to see it. That would be great, but the likelihood that my teacher salary is going to get us to New York, not very likely. So yeah, I don't get too excited about that, but I did learn, kind of circling back to Gentleman's Guide, that this show's not too old. Daniel Radcliffe actually played Monty in the original
Really?
cast. Yeah. So Mandy told me about that last night. So
That's
kind
awesome.
of cool. Yeah.
Matilda the musical on Netflix. Did y'all watch it? I thought it was great.
I was about to watch it today. Actually, didn't.
I got to go with the cast of our Matilda to the theater and watch the show. Yeah. Okay.
bunch of- yeah.
So
Wait, like Paige is Matilda. And
Oh
all
yeah,
the,
yeah.
my
Paige
God.
was
Parker,
there. All of the
Parker
kids.
there?
I think he would. Yeah, Parker was there. Like there was
all
just
those
a
kids.
whole Henry Bradford.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Carrie,
yeah.
everybody.
Carrie was there.
Shout out to Henry Bradford.
I mean, we were missing some of our people who have moved far away, because Daniel was in the show. Daniel Hill was in the show, and Sarah Black was in the show. The interesting thing is they had to change quite a bit in that in order to translate it from the stage to the screen. And one of the things that they did is they completely eliminated the character of Matilda's brother. I can't remember what his name was, but he was played by Bo Cochran in our production to perfection, because the character is just this lazy teenage son who just watches television or whatever and has these little one-liners. But I mean, he was mesmerizing. But so they cut that character, and they also cut a whole bunch of the songs that the Wormwoods had. So the parents of Matilda are very much diminished, even though the dad of Matilda's dad's played by the guy who was in Snatch. Did y'all ever watch that movie Snatch?
Yeah.
So
At first, I thought it was Gary Oldman, and I was like, "No, that's not him."
That's not that guy. But yeah, that movie was amazing, and the dance sequences.
Oh my gosh! Revolting at the end,
yeah.
like one. And there were so many pieces of it that cinematography wise, that was one shot, that were 15, 30 seconds worth of one shot dancing and
crane shots, drone shots.
Oh my God, they were fantastic, man. Yeah, great.
And those kids were killing it.
So Netflix,
killing it.
we'll watch your movies. We'll evaluate them because people care about what we say.
Speaking of Netflix, and a movie that you guys need to catch before it goes off of Netflix on January 31st is a movie called Sing Street. I watched this movie. I started it a couple days ago, and I was only able to watch like pieces. I finally finished it this morning. But it takes place in Ireland. The only actor I think that you would actually know from it is the guy who played Peter Baelish from Lord of the Rings. And he doesn't even have like a big
I
big
saw
part.
him. Yeah.
He doesn't even have like a big part. He's just like the dad of these kids. But it's set in the 80s in Dublin, Ireland, and it's about this one particular kid who just takes his shot at this like super beautiful girl across the street from his school, and the way he gets his like line is that he's shooting a music video and he needs a model for this thing, but he has no band.
Oh my goodness.
So he has to like throw together this band in order to impress this, in order to have a song for this girl to shoot this video for, and just like it's genius. But it's all shot with like Irish actors, and so sometimes I had to turn the subtitles on because I was like, I'm not real sure what that redheaded kid said, because it's just like it's like that's English,
What?
I think, but it just sounded like
Gaelic
but
or something.
if you like, it's worth your time to watch it. Like the nostalgia piece, but it's just a great like love story, family dynamics, like Rotten Tomatoes 100%. Like it's great. So check it out before it leaves Netflix.
You got it.
Sing Street. Yeah, Sing Street.
Sing Street. You were talking about Henry Bradford earlier. He actually is, I think, 15 today.
Yeah, it's his birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy
Brett.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
I mean, we
Henry.
always say it's Terry's birthday, but
Yeah.
Happy
And
birthday, Terry.
Happy
But-
birthday, Terry.
it's Henry's birthday. And I loved being on the stage with Henry in Tuck Everlasting. We got to do that duet. That was really fun.
Yeah.
He was the understudy for who was what was the other guy's name?
Lucas.
Lucas
Dixon.
Dixon, not Lucas Black. Who's Lucas? Oh, that's another actor.
You
Yeah.
and Lucas had a iconic. Was that
The same show.
Yeah, same show.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, who did you have the iconic thing with in?
I
Little
appreciate your use of iconic.
Little Shop.
Shop? Like
Oh, Hudson, who's
Hudson
in this
Brown.
show? Back in this show?
Hudson, yeah.
No,
No.
I think Hudson got busy.
No.
He bailed. He bailed on it.
I saw that cast list, man. I was telling you earlier before the show. I was like, man, I saw that cast list and almost kicked myself for not auditioning. There's a lot of fun folks, man.
But
that coming
didn't you
back
have
around.
a dance routine with Lucas?
Yeah, and
And Tuck Everlasting. It's the
Oh.
same.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
was the understudy for Lucas.
yeah, but
Henry was.
Didn't
but
you have a
Henry did
dance-
have to go on for Lucas for a
Yeah.
couple shows, I think,
Okay.
and did amazing. And but yeah, it's great to it's intimidating, right, to go on to have a dance routine with a legit dancer.
Yes.
and that's what
100%. 100%. Oh, Lucas. Henry.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's back.
I had to
back.
throw one in.
Oh, it's terrible.
Back. Wow.
Diva burn.
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. And now there's this delay every time I swap cameras because Mike kept looking at the wrong camera. So we have the lights now, but now there's a delay in switching. So all because of you, sir.
I don't.
But thank you for the pepperoni rolls.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
No problem.
Those were good.
I kind of have that same mentality of like Chuck Norris. You know, it's like
oh my god. I don't
Chuck
even-
Norris doesn't look at cameras; the cameras look at Chuck
Oh,
Norris.
wait.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, it's probably true.
that was the montage I was going with. You know, the cameras just look at me. They're gonna appear.
I don't think that was the word you were looking
my
for.
goodness.
Montage.
Montage.
Oh my goodness. So how was the holiday for everybody?
I mean, I start working on the holiday like just a couple weeks before November, so
You do?
it's
Diva burn.
it was exhausting. They moved my character. My character was kind of a free roamer. The first year that Boss Blizzard came to Santa's Wonderland last year, he was kind of a free roamer, and so therefore you could catch Boss Blizzard in different parts of the park. But this year they kind of tied me to Marshall Frostbite, which is not a bad thing. But they also moved Marshall Frostbite up to the to Snow Hill, which is a good fit. But I think the only people who come up to the top of Snow Hill are people who just want to ride tubes. There's a whole lot of people who, like either don't have kids or they have little kids that they're like, there's no reason for us to go down that. And so they don't ever come to that part of the park. So I feel like it's kind of a slow side of the park, even though that is a very popular attraction, like tons of people. And so it took us a while to kind of figure out, how I was going to work. And I did kind of find my groove eventually of the hayride line is right there. The end of the hayride line is basically at the top of that little hill. And so I finally got into a groove of reading stories to people that were waiting in the hayride line. And by far my favorite to read and that people responded to was How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Like,
oh wow,
that was just like, I would have kids like climbing on fences and like looking like, which is kind of cool to have that. And then of course you also have several people that just are trying to not
Diva Point.
One question. All right, Snow Hill. Okay, what was the official name of? Was it Snow Hill?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because there was an insider's name.
West Pole.
So it's Marshall Frostbite's West Pole Snow Mountain Experience.
Say that three
And
times.
so we get to the
I
park.
probably missed something about
We get to the park because we're all going to go see Boss Blizzard, and we have probably 7 or 8 people with us, and we first get in, we all get like discombobulated, and everybody's apart, and we're trying to like coerce by text. And I'm texting Rod, and he's like, "Yeah, come to Snow Hill."
Coerced by text.
And so I'm in there
Looking at the map?
looking at the map for Snow Hill, and I can't find Snow Hill. Snow Hill is an insider's term, so I had to find like multiple people and be like, "Where's Snow Hill?" And they looked at me like, "You work here? Were you given the secret code? Because this is not what everyone calls it." And they were like, "It's up that way." So we finally got to Boss Blizzard after 45 minutes. Come to Snow Hill.
I don't know. That was a crazy night because that was also the night that my family went. Y'all's family was there too.
I had people there too.
And then like Mike said, there was a big group of theater people, like the Case Brood, and
You could have just stopped there. That's the whole tribe.
exactly,
That's
that's,
the
that's half the theater right there.
So I was walking down the midway, in between there where you have the German and the Irish trucks, and I hear Dana, and there's like this mob of cases, and there's Mike, et cetera, and I'm actually just trying to get some food. It's 7:30 or so. I haven't eaten, and I get cranky. I'm like the Luby's old guy now at 4.
I gotta eat so I can take my back pill.
Precisely. So we get, I'm like, "Hey, yeah, guys, it's great." And I'm looking and I'm watching the line and I'm trying to go get some. All right, guys, well, I got to go get some food. We're all out of, oh my God. And
That was a busy night.
it was a very
busy
busy
night.
night. I had my mother with me, and I love my mother, but I know that I get grouchy, and if I'm grouchy, she's probably grouchy, and it just probably wasn't going to be a good mix. So I needed to get my food. I ended up getting Irish nachos, which was fine.
Yeah.
They're very good, but it's not what I wanted. I wanted the bratwurst, but
Yeah,
What are
I
Irish
did not
nachos?
I did not get bratwurst at all this season.
wow.
And that was like my go-to place because it was one of those places that people were like, German food? Why would I get German food? But the bratwurst is great.
Very
and
good.
they serve it on like a pretzel bun. It's actually and with sauerkraut. It's delicious. And you can also get like hot pretzels there. Like I don't know why it's not more popular, but the reason why I always would go there is because there was hardly ever a line. The thing though is that you kind of rolled the dice a little bit because they only stock so many bratwursts.
Yep.
Or so many pretzel buns or whatever, and so at some point they would just shut the whole thing down. But yeah, so to answer your question, Irish nachos is they take potatoes and they slice them like super thin, and then they deep fry them so that they turn into potatoes or like potato chips, and then they put like corned beef, right? There's like
they're using like,
and then they put queso on it, but it's like white cheese queso, and they're pretty.
But that's not my favorite anymore.
Oh really?
The Tex-Mex place, Mexican food
Oh
place.
yeah, the Pecos.
Oh my god, I had the chuleta carnitas, and oh my god, dude, so good, so good. My son had something else there too, and the corn, the street corn, Mexican street corn. Oh my god, so that like the third and fourth time we went that's where we would go to eat because it was so and it's up on the hill by where Santa Claus is.
Santa Station. Yeah.
Santa Station. So not a lot of people up there, and never really a huge line.
Yeah.
It was good.
So Santa's Wonderland, if you want to sponsor a podcast, since we've talked about you for about an hour.
Just in this show, Santa's Wonderland, we've talked about this quite a bit.
Quite a bit. However, I do disagree with both of you, though, because every time I've gotten a German there, it's always the worst.
Oh my gosh! I thought we had.
Did
like
you
a
hear that?
no dead
The screeching tires in the car crash. That's how that one went over. How long have we been on? 1 hour and 17 minutes. We got just a few minutes left. How about that? We took up that much time?
I know.
Talking
just
about absolutely
talking.
nothing.
That's
because-
what this started as.
It was like, hey, we're drinking. Let's put cameras on. That's how it started. And then Adrian got involved, and it's like, okay, we
Theme
have to be
song.
good now.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Look at all this equipment.
I know. Oh yes, my living room is transformed. This is a pretty cool backdrop. I like that. I think if it were cooler, it'd be cool to have a fire. But I think
We would
burning
be.
up.
Yeah, we'd be shedding clothes. You don't want to see that.
no, please no.
Nope.
So on future Diva Dads shows, we need to bring back When Kate Cries.
Yeah. Cocktails.
We'll have to cocktails, yes. Even the Jennifer Riley fun fact.
I know we haven't done that in a long time.
I've been thinking, we talked a lot about these live shows are fun. We were really on a groove doing the live shows, but maybe it would behoove us to churn out some content on a weekend, interview some people, and then release that content. Andy, if you're still watching, suggestion that, whether you would like that as our newest fan, that would help us make that decision. It's been really cool getting back together, though, us three. I mean, when we did it at the preview party, go back and watch it. I had some folks ping me and say it was pretty freaking hilarious. I don't know. I haven't watched it. I don't watch them all the time, but yeah, apparently you and I were really giving him some grief at one point.
y'all were riding me like crazy.
I mean, well, okay, Mike, I give you and Rodney a gift at the beginning of the show.
was
Yeah,
amazing.
just set it down and walk away. Thank you. Oh, did you give the gift to Dobson? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Speaking of that, I got a story about that gift.
Oh, no.
Okay.
She didn't like it.
No, not Adrian's gift, my gift.
Oh.
So you got me that cool shirt, okay? And so thank you, Dana, for giving us these gifts. I appreciate it. But the thing is you gave it to us during like arguably the busiest time for a board member is preview party. Like it's insane. Andy knows his wife like organizes the whole thing. But it's like we have all these like responsibilities, do this, and we were doing the Diva Dads thing, and I was also drug up to the stage to do a couple things, and so it was just loco. And so you gave me this gift, and I took the gift, and for whatever reason, my keys ended up in that gift bag with something else. There was something else I found in there because I went to go because the shirt that you gave me was great. It's like got skulls and like cocktail glasses or whatever. And so I was like, where am I gonna wear this? Because I can't wear it to school. Like, it's just not. It's probably not appropriate. Somebody would pull me aside and say, Mr. Bettis, we're not gonna send you home, but please don't wear that shirt anymore. So it kind of sat in the bag for a little while because I'm, in holiday spirit. So I'm wearing what you also got me another one, which I love. Like it's got Santa Clauses and skulls. And so, I was wearing that one and I was wearing, I was just doing other stuff. But the thing is I put that bag on top of my dresser at my house. And then for 2 weeks, I looked for my keys, having no idea that I put them in there. I bought this little key thing that has a tile thing because it was so infuriating that I could not find my keys. And honestly, that's one of those things that I'm not bad with. Like, I usually keep up with my keys pretty well, but because I was like in costume all the time, I didn't want to have like and I wasn't going to the theater, and that's pretty much what is on that key ring is my theater keys, my gym tags, like going to the gym, like the little key fobs that get me in the door. Those two were in there. Those cost $10 a piece, and I had mine and Caden's on there. Those cost $10 a piece to replace. And then, like all this stuff. And I bought the key. Actually, I didn't buy it. I got it for Christmas. But anyway, so I go to like take that out, and I pull the shirt out, and I was like, why is this bag so heavy? It's just got this like satiny shirt in it. Like, why is it so heavy? And I reach in there, and there's my keys, and I'm like, oh. Like, I've never been so happy in my life. And I had literally the day before replaced the key fobs at the gym.
No,
but luckily,
terrible.
I took them back to the gym and they refunded me the money. But it was just like, she told me whenever she was giving them to me, she's like, "You'll find your keys like within a week, I promise." And sure enough, I come back the next day and she's like, "I told you you would find them." So yeah, that's my that was also during my holidays, like 2 weeks of panic because I didn't have, my keys. Thanks to Dana.
All my fault. Just blame me.
It's all your fault.
My cheeks hurt from that story. That was funny, dude. I love causing y'all grief.
Well, we did have a fun fact. So actually, we did do a When Kate's Cried because we did have a sentimental moment when I said that I really want us to do another show together, and y'all were like, "Oh," so that was technically can count. And then we had a Jennifer Riley fun fact because then you gave us the fun fact about whiskey, bourbon, the whole naming.
Exactly.
So we technically completed the show.
And I did a Roger Pine breakdown.
You did, and and we talked about drinks because we did the Tarnation.
Yeah.
And
just to make it full circle, I'll just say the name Paul Early, and then we'll be done.
just do it. Yeah.
I don't have the. Oh, you got it.
I got it.
Nice. Carrie just joined.
Carrie.
We was talking about Bran earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have to circle back and listen.
Yeah, and that she's going to be in Gentleman's Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So definitely catch that. I have already heard her angelic voice already. She has this really cool part where she just goes, she kind of sounds like a princess where she just goes, oh, it's not that, but it's like.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. One more time.
No, I think I lost it.
Forever immortalized.
Sounds exactly like.
That was pretty good.
Understudy.
Oh my gosh! So Carrie and Charles C. and who was the other Kate?
The other Kate.
Who was the other Kate? Mike.
Other Kate, Molly.
Molly.
Oh yes, they
Snow.
were hilarious.
Oh my God, poor
Yep.
Snow.
Wait, did Mike just remember? Like,
Wow, you remembered somebody he was in a show with.
what?
Adrian would. She's not here to relish this
2023
moment.
is my year.
I got nothing. I got nothing to
Yeah, I don't
reply
know
with.
what-
I don't know what to
say.
do here.
Mic drop.
Yeah, Carrie just filled you in.
Okay, never mind.
Mic drop.
Mic drop and another dad joke. Awesome. Well, on that note, I think Mike, you should tell everybody to follow us on blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
do the
Let's wrap
thing.
it up.
You know, this
Do
is
the thing.
2023, and I'm getting hip with all the cool social media terms and all this stuff. So
Are we gonna do an after dark?
just follow
don't
us
think so.
on
I don't think
Facebook,
so.
Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, anything that slaps. Follow us, give us a like, and that's it.
Anything that slaps.
I can't believe you just said that.
Anything.
Hey, I'm
that
getting hip with
slaps.
all these cool terms, man.
Hip.
You
Keep
guys,
saying hip.
it's been great
been amazing.
doing this
Yeah,
again.
thanks for inviting us over.
Oh man, anytime. I have you over when Charlotte's not here because sometimes we get a little loud.
She
but
doesn't like us. It's fine.
No, she does like you.
I wouldn't like us.
I hate us.
Have you seen those videos where it's like the guy goes over to his married friend's house and he like he walks up to, it's always on the Ring camera, and he walks up and he always slaps the
Yes.
stuff out of the way, and he's like, "Come on, man, let him come out." Like that's how we're gonna start doing that, because you even got the Ring thing.
I
so
know.
we'll just be like,
Ooh.
"Come on, Charlotte, let him come out."
That's amazing.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I gotta say, one of my favorite Ring moments since having it was Maddie Sakola. When she was living here for a bit, she had her hands full of Whataburger. It was Wednesday night, our Broadway musical night, and she had her hands full, and she took her little tiny foot and she kicked the freaking doorbell with her foot. What? Seriously? I opened the door. I don't know what happens. I end up posting, I think, online later when I saw like she was like, and kicked her foot up. Oh, Maddie, I miss that girl.
Yeah, I miss her too.
Maddie. All right.
All right.
Guys, it's been great. It's been fun. Sorry we missed you, Dobby. But happy birthday, Terry, and happy birthday, Henry.
Yep.
We'll see you guys later. Bye.
You know